Alright, what's up guys? It's Apollo here. I hope you guys are doing well and thank you so much for stopping by. Today, we've got another glorious siege battle. And this one's going to be really cool because we've got a really awesome, unique settlement. It's like an eastern settlement in the desert. It is really sick and you're going to see it here very soon. We're just getting charged by camels right now who seem to not know where they're going as they are running the wrong way. But yeah, we've got cataphracts and camels. Looks like they're going to sadly outcharge. But yeah, look at this settlement, guys. Look at this. It's very narrow. It's very long. It's really unique. I've never seen it. Maybe I've played it before, but it's been a long time. But yeah, it looks really awesome. And then at the end here, you've got this square inner defense. There's three ways to get in. You got the stairways, and then there's two gates that you can actually attack from the outside. So it's not like you have to attack these walls to get into here. I mean, you can by using the gate, but you can also attack the outside and try to get through this gate. So just, I don't know, just really awesome, really interesting. So really quick before the cav charges in here, let's check out the factions. We'll start with the defenders here. So we got Nabatea, which they are the ones sending out the cav force. Their allies is Kush, and we also have Epirus. So those are the three defenders. And then the attackers, we have Macedon, and then we have two Roman armies. So those are the two forces. The other Roman army is over on this side. So those are your armies, guys. Those are your factions. It's going to be a bloody fight. Rome is really good, but let's see what happens over here. It looks like there's an artillery piece way out of position. So here we go. Ready? Whoop. Normal speed. The camels lead the way. So they're moving in, and they most likely will get this artillery piece because Rome is not even shifting their cav over. And yeah, pretty big mistake here on the attacker side. There goes that charge. Boom. And they are just slaughtering the heavy onager crew. And now the cav is running over this way. Finally, they've noticed that they are getting attacked, but it might be too late. There goes the charge by the Praetorian cavalry. There comes another one, just making sure they get the job done. These camels are going to be tough to fight. And now here comes the cataphracts. Praetorian guard trying to peel out of that fight and meet them. Uh-oh. Kush is now mobilizing his royal guard. Going for the archers. Oops. So yeah, they're going for the archers, and there's nothing defending them because all the cav is stuck fighting Nabatean cav. And now they're gonna get a free charge on these forces. Woo-wee! Archers are trying to stand their ground and bring them down, but it's just not looking too good for them. Very good cav charge. They brought this unit down to 61 originally with 90. But these are really good archers. And now infantry is setting up some, or the Romans are setting up some infantry. No, infantry. Oh my god. So armed legionaries charging in and attacking the rear of this cav. And they're going to try to quickly defeat it. Let's go back over here where it looks like Nabatea has called off the attack. They are falling back. And yeah, they definitely did some damage there. Well, no, very good. You know, I gotta give credit to Rome. Even though he kind of got attacked with his pants down there, he was able to kind of recover. He still has his onager crew, which he'll still be able to fire, which is good for his sake. And he didn't lose any archers. Now, they took some casualties, but that's okay. As long as you still have a decent amount of the unit, they're still going to be very effective. Holy crap, this battle's already underway. Look at Rome. Okay, I did not expect Rome here, while being attacked by cav, to be so aggressive with his infantry. He's already sending up Praetorian guard to the front, and they're already breaking the Kush forces. So yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, I mean, they've got to send up more troops against this Roman player. He is full on attacking. Wow, look at that. Just full on attacking these walls. He's got ladders now. Very nice play by Rome. I kind of like how aggressive he was, even though he was taking on that cav. And that's probably why he didn't see the cav, is because he was sending up units to the wall. And one thing I want to mention here, guys, whenever you are that faction that's alone, because you know this Roman faction is far away from his allies, expect the cav charge against you, because what defenders like to do is they like to go for the armies that stand alone, because it's harder for friendly cav or friendly defensive units to get over and support you against that cav, and that's why defenders like to do that. So whenever you are far away from your allies, always be ready for the cav charge. Make sure you have, you know, artillery pieces defended, archers defended, and you turtle up a little bit. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Over on this side, though, we have Macedon in Rome pushing up the tortoises, and they're about to knock down a ton of walls here with all these tortoises. So let's go back to normal speed, and we'll go back to this juicy battle with the Praetorian Guard taking on. Oh, these are fancy units. Disciples of Epirus. They have a bunch of lion heads there. But you gotta feel bad for the lions, man. That's a lot of lions they had to slaughter to wear these uniforms. But I can imagine back then the lion population was doing much better. Lots of arrow fire coming down, and then we have some Kushite archers firing back. Look at that. We can follow these arrows. Yeah, right in the back of these Syrian archers are retreating. And again, I mean, the Syrian archers are struggling. Oh my god, they are struggling. Look at the graveyard of death over here. This archer battle is going very poorly for Rome. I would retreat the archers out of there and just wait for these archers to not be so ready. But these royal Kushite archers just slaughtered the Syrian archers, and that's going to be a huge victory later down in the line. Archers are so, I cannot stress that enough. Archers are so important in this game, and if you lose them early like that, it's going to be trouble. All right, more forces battling it out for the walls over here. Still going on. A lot of Praetorian Guard from Rome. Let's go over to the other side. We are seeing some troops break here. We've got some cav charging in, supporting these royal peltas. And they're taking on Epirus, so we got a little Hellenistic versus Hellenistic matchup here. Greek versus Greek, essentially. Yeah, they're both Greek. So anyways, more troops pushing in. And it looks like he's going to bring some shield bearers forward. Try to get in that breach point. He needs to bring down this wall for sure. But they are not doing it for some reason. Over here, Rome has also broken down the walls and are charging in some armored legionaries. And so far, it looks like Epirus is getting double teamed right now. So Epirus is kind of defending this point alone. And I'm sure we're going to see his allies come over with reinforcements, which we can already see over here. Over here. Sorry. Brain fart. Armored Chotel warriors sitting in the back, ready to support the Epirus soldiers. But yeah, we've got more tortoises knocking down some walls. We've got some armored legionaries ready to pour in. Kush is ready to defend these walls, so they're ready to go. Nabatea is also moving in some palace guard. A great defensive unit with those spears and shields, going to do a good job over here defending against the Romans. And honestly, so far, I would say the attack is looking really good over here for Rome. And from really for the entire attacking, side, this is the best one because they are making some great progress. They are slaughtering these Kush soldiers on these walls, and it's gonna turn out really nice for them. I think if they break through here soon, they could definitely do a lot of damage because there's really not a lot of reserves holding over here. I feel like most of the troops are focused on the other side, so Rome is kicking some butt. He is taking some arrow fire. Let's see, where's this coming from? Ooh, we got some Nabatean heavy archers. Nice. So we've seen some really good archers in today's battle. We had Syrian archers, we have the Royal Kushite archers, now we got those Nabatean heavy archers. So yeah, they're really relying on the superior archer power. And so far, I would say the defenders are winning that category of skirmishing, but we'll see how that continues in this siege. All right, more Romans pushing in. Look at this though. Rome is breaking here against these disciples. Rome might have to send up more reinforcements. Also, the archer fire is not doing them any favors. They are having a tough time over there. So let's see. Maybe Rome is going to have to think of something different because they are struggling. Cav running through the opening there. We've got now the shield bearers. They're kind of just making their way, trying to push through Epirus. Very cool looking scene here. And we got some thorax swordsmen pushing in as well against these mercenary Italian swordsmen. The thorax should win here unless archers support or something, because the thorax swordsmen are much better than the Italian mercenary Italian swordsmen. And then back over here, Rome is starting to make some progress, pushing out of this little choke point. Got some armored legionaries. They are tough guys. But they are starting to break. And then back here, the Romans have taken the walls. I wonder if they're going to try to use that. Can they go through? Yes, they can. Rome certainly could go through that, and this is great teamwork right here that I just love watching in these replays. Armored legionaries running across the wall. They're going to use this exit point right here, and they're going to get behind or just support Macedon as they push in. Which Macedon is kind of having some weird pathfinding stuff going on here. But Rome might be able to get through this gap and get behind Epirus. And that's going to be huge. Huge. Let's go back over to the other side and see how Rome is doing. Very good. They are coming back here. They're now causing the center to break here. Actually, no. Just kidding. The Romans were defeated on this front, but they did a lot of damage. And they are winning on this front. Here comes some reinforcements. We've got some Shotel warriors. They're very tired. I don't think they're going to beat the Praetorian Guard because the Praetorian Guard are not nearly as tired and have better numbers. And there's only really small amounts of forces left defending this side of the wall. And then Rome is going all in over here for this point. It's too bad Rome didn't bring a tortoise, or what, you know, they weren't able to knock down any walls, because if they did, like just bringing down this wall right here would have been a huge help. Like they would have been able to pour in troops, because the problem here is, yeah, you can take the walls, but defenders like to hold these choke points of these stairways. So it can be very, very difficult to try to defend that. But yeah, Rome is just using pure numbers, pure brute force to try to break through these defenders, and it is working. They are causing some damage, but the archers have something to say about that. God, this Roman player is taking a lot right now. He's done well. I think he's done great. All right, and this fight over here continues on. Now we have pikemen that have been called into action. Foot companions, really, really good pike unit. And all they got to do is start pushing up forward. Look at, I don't blame these hoplites. They're just like, yeah, no, we're just gonna sit back a little bit. Let's see, did Rome push through? Rome did push through, but he's actually now calling them back, and he's going back across the wall here. And we've got a couple units fighting. Yeah, Rome. See, I don't know why Rome would do this. So really quick, let me just show you here. You got the tortoises here. He attacked all three of these sections. Oh, I guess. Oh, he has to. Okay, never mind. I sound like an idiot. What I was going to say, let me do some slow motion, is that why didn't he just attack this wall and go around, because now this is a choke point, right? You bring down these walls, you're held at a choke point here. But if you bring down this wall, you can go around, but obviously the slums are here, and you can't go through that. You can't go through this, but it looks like Rome abandoned this because they feel like they can't take it. I don't know why Rome didn't bring any siege towers. I really think that's the best combination. Siege towers and tortoises. Yeah, that way you can get on the walls quickly, and you can also go through the walls quickly. But yeah, anyways, just ranting there a little bit. But heavy armored legionaries still fighting the good fight. We also have another unit pushed up that is breaking for Rome. Ooh, they're getting hit hard by projectiles. Some javies there. They're gonna break from the fight. Okay, Macedon having some issues here. See, I don't know why Rome is doing this. Rome should probably send more troops over to the side. Just use this as a distraction, and then send up more and more infantry to just pour down this wall and rush in here and support the Macedonian ally. He could cause a lot of commotion and probably get behind these pikes. But meanwhile, the pikes over on this side are doing God's work over here, or Zeus's work, I should say, because they are just crushing these levies. Now, one thing they got to be careful of are the archers, which are focusing down the pikes. Good move by the defenders there, focusing down, you know, priority, like, you know, high threat targets, trying to take them out so they're not a big issue later on. Now we have the shield bearers protecting the flank of these hoplites. They might want to send up more infantry, guys. They are heavily outnumbered here, Macedon is. And here we go. Now Rome is moving up, and this was a cheeky little move by Epirus. They're rushing up some levies to try to defend against these Romans and buy more time, which is a good move on them. And there we go. Oof, Epirus starting to break here. Rome is starting to make some progress. Where is that Praetorian unit? Oh, is he? No, the legionary unit. He's actually retreating. Looks like there is some issues here with pathfinding because of all these tortoises, but they should find their way through the tortoise here, and hopefully he can send up more reinforcements. But yeah, I mean, Rome should definitely try to support his ally over here as much as possible, because this is just an absolute brawl, and a lot of soldiers are dying from both sides. I would say mostly from Macedon, though. Like, Macedon needs to send up reinforcements. Macedon breaking. I mean, they're running out of troops for this choke point. Rome is still being held back. Let's go to the other side and see what's happening over here. So the fight continues on. Praetorian Guard is still trying to take these walls, but it just doesn't look like Rome is going to have enough to take the walls. And they were defeated down here, tragically. But, you know, even though this Roman player's army is already out of the game, and we still have 33 minutes left of this battle replay. So that's pretty crazy that they're already out. But I believe that they did a lot of damage. They did a lot of damage to the defenders, not only by killing their units, but also by getting the defenders to use up a lot of their archer ammo on these attackers. And hopefully this sacrifice that this Roman army did will be enough to help his allies break through the other defenses. And I also like the fact that he is sending over his army to the other side. So what he's doing here is he's moving his cav, and he's moving one unit of armored legionaries to the other side of this battlefield to support his allies. I really like that. And I don't recommend people do this all the time, but if there is a point where you're fighting alone and you realize, hey, there's no way you're gonna break through here, you just don't have enough, you might as well send over what you have left to your allies, because one unit of cav, he's got 3 of them, but one unit of cav would be able to sneak into the city street and get some really good cav charges, and they can get a lot of kills. So it's just kind of like a never give up thing, where It's like, all right, most of your army is gone, but you can still do a lot of damage if you're sneaky about it, if you're creative, and you use your allies, you know, movements to kind of help you get through the defenses. But Macedon has pushed in a lot of troops over on this side. Rome has won on the walls here, and they honestly should get some archers up here. They get some archers up here, fire down, try to do some damage. Now look at this. See, we've got archers going into the fight already. This is what I'm talking about. The other Roman army caused these archers to use up all their ammo. And now Macedon is winning over here. God, what an absolute bloodbath for this area of the walls. Nabatea is sending up reinforcements. They are not willing to give up this section of wall. Also, same thing over here. Plenty of reinforcements moving up. Praetorian Guard sending in, or taking on the Palace Guard of Nabatea. Oh, wow. They've actually pushed Rome. Oh, good move by Rome. Good move by Rome. They were kind of split there, and he could have ended up surrounded. But they're actually going to surround Kush. Now, Kush has some pikemen, Kushite pikes. They're going to try to get behind the Romans. It's going to be a tough situation for Rome. But they do have this unit surrounded. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Look at that. Oof, what a slaughter. What a fight. So both sides obviously just not willing to give up these areas. Now we got some Royal Peltas coming in here, trying to support the fight. We also have some Cav. Maybe we're going to see them try to break through somewhere. I mean, there's a little bit of a gap here, so maybe that's a possibility. Not sure what the Cav is doing. I mean, they're just showing the horse's ass to the enemy. Look at this random soldier who got to the back line. He's even thinking, like, what the hell? Why is there Cav over here just standing? Oh, God, I'm dead. Oof. Pila, or javelin to the head. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a grind over here. And the balance of power is still super close. Still anyone's game. And Rome has just completely retreated from this point. They were afraid of the pikes, and they might need to move up archers, which is exactly what they're doing. Moving up archers to try to skirmish down the pikemen, who were a real problem for the Roman Praetorian Guard. And here we go, guys. This Roman army from the other side has shifted all the way over and now going to support their allies with Cav. The only problem is they can't really do anything yet until they break through these points, because Cav is going to have a tough time trying to, you know, maneuver around if they can't get through. But Rome's going to call... Oh, look at this! There was a Cav charge by Nabatea. Are you kidding me? Wow. And there's another Cav force ready to move in. Nabatea going boss mode here. That is awesome. That was good sneaky maneuvers. Nabatea, good patience with the Cav. Oftentimes when people sally out with Cav, they put everything they have in the first sally out. You know what I mean? Like right at the start of the battle. They feel like they have to sally out right at the start of the battle to surprise their opponent. No, you don't have to do that. You can sometimes just sit back, make your opponents feel comfortable, like, oh, you know, Cav's not going to be coming out anymore. And then you send out the Cav, just like Nabatea did. And they got some of those archers. They did a lot of damage to these archers. So good job there. And then we had the Praetorian Guard forming a wall here to protect them. I mean, it was pretty close, pretty even. There's a lot of casualties for Nabatea. The camels are now gone, but yeah. Now we've got... Oh, well, look at this. Infantry charging in. The Roman infantry going against these Shotel warriors. We got the Palace Guard over here. Pretty awesome. And now Macedon is setting up another foot companion. I think the other one got wiped out, so they're going to try to overwhelm these defenders. The defenders are falling back. I think this might be the phase where the defenders call the retreat. They call the retreat because they don't have enough to defend this area. And they might have to go back to the town center. They got plenty of reserves over here, so they are ready for a secondary defense in the inner streets of the city. But let's see what happens over here. Now the Roman legionary is in this siege tower. Okay. This random siege tower that they put here during the deployment phase. Ready to take this. And I think what they're going to do here is take this gate and then use the cav to charge in, and then it's going to be another entry point. But yeah, Nabatea, they know what they're doing. We've got some axe warriors and 2 units of axe warriors ready to move up and defend this gate just so Rome can't take it and send in his cav. Now this cav has to be really tired. So, and they're taking fire. This cav might want to rest a little bit before they go in. Let's go back over to this juicy fighting. Got some interesting formations here. Not sure what's going on. They're reforming. The pike's going against these desert hoplites. Macedon is also fighting the good fight here on this side, surrounding the Nabatean desert hoplites. Let's go see how Rome is doing. Rome, there's a little bit of a Mexican standoff here where they're just kind of looking at each other, taking a break. The Praetorian Guard, they've gone through a lot. There's been a lot of Praetorian Guard in today's battle. A very tough unit to take on. A lot of units over here forming up. Rome still has a lot of reserves. Macedon still has a decent amount of reserves. It seems like they kind of sent everything in. They've got some archers left over and a couple reserves, but it's just, it seems like they're running out of troops. You know, it just seems like they need to I don't know, they gotta rely on their Roman ally to start making some ground here, because the defenders are stubborn as hell and they do not want to give up this area. And there's plenty reserves from the defenders, and we even got some elephants over here. So this is gonna be tough. Definitely defenders can still win this, but this is gonna be quite the battle. They've got to figure out how to break through. That's one thing they got to do. They got to figure out how to break through that defense over there. But the Romans here trying to take the gate, I think they are gonna try to send in their cav. Let's see what they can do here though. Taking this gate, and then if they could kill this unit, they might be able to rush in the cav and get some good hits. But look at this. Nabatea is sending up reinforcements. They really don't want to lose this gate. But hey, at least that Roman player is causing 3 units of infantry to focus on him with his 1 unit of infantry. Royal Pelt is throwing in some jabbies now. They're going in for a charge. And Rome has sent over troops over to this side to support this attack, and that's exactly what he needed to do because his Macedonian ally is running out of infantry. Good move right there. So there you have it, guys. They're pushing in. They might actually be able to squeeze through that gap. Oh, there's cav coming in. Let's see what happens here. Oh, nice little peeler throw, but it really does nothing to that the cav units. They charge in, they get a pretty good hit, but the Romans, they can quickly take them out. And look at this. Look at this. Macedon is sending in their cav as well. And they are causing some breakage here for Nabatea. And look at, they're running to the next unit. This is their time. Like, Macedon needs to break through this unit, which they are beating. But how long can this unit hold? Another unit of Romans, Praetorian Guard coming in. They still have all the Praetorian Guard over here. There you have it. Nice little flank here by Rome. God, it's just never-ending blood slaughter shed. Never-ending bloodshed for this this point here. The 2 points. This point here And then this point over here, like, they are just not willing to give up these defensive positions. And I can't blame them. These are really good positions for the defenders. Nabatea sending in some palace guard, extra reinforcements. They realize that they're starting to lose some ground here with this Roman push. And this, I mean, this is one of the frustrating things, especially, you know, when you're playing and you're trying to break, it's like you just got to break through this one unit, and they've got 28 guys. They're losing decisively, but they don't break. You know, they just keep on fighting, and that can be so frustrating. Nice cap charge. That should seal the deal, though. Holy crap. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, once the flank is exposed, it's hard to keep these guys in the fight. Nabatean Axe Warriors still causing some issues for Rome. Another cav cycle just pinballing around. And here, oh god, reinforcements are here. Palace Guard ready to defend this street. Again, the defenders not willing to give up this area. Palace Guard going in against the Praetorian Guard. The battle of guards. Look at that. That's cool. Got these Romans in the back supporting their buddies over here. It's awesome. Gotta love the Romans, man. Looks so sick. Oh, we got a Scorpion moving up. I was like, they're like, make way for the Scorpion. This guy's trying to get some screen time. Dude, you're ruining the shot. Alright, there goes the charge by the Praetorian Guard. What was he doing with that Scorpion? What is this? Yeah, Praetorian Guard, good charge there. Let's see what's going on the other side, though. And Rome still has plenty of infantry. This Praetorian Guard is going to be a real grind, a real struggle to try to take him out. And Kush is just not willing to give up this area as well. And Rome is probably desperate to break through. And look, you see what he's doing here? I think what he's trying to do is to get the opponents to overcommit, and then he can hit with the unit on the flank like that. But they don't take the bait. They don't take the bait, and they just keep holding here, and they don't overextend. Oh my god, Macedon breaking over here a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Let's see what's happening over here. Rome is fighting for the walls because Nabatea sent up some infantry. Got some Praetorian cavalry. Oh, he dismounted his cav to join the fight on the walls. I don't think it's worth it, honestly. I really don't. I think he should just abandon this wall idea and just focus where his teammates are fighting. Because I just don't think he has enough units to make any kind of dent here. But he is taking on the Axe Warriors, and then we got the unit on the other side. Yeah, it's just, he's not going to break through. It would have been better to just leave the cav here and send in the cav as soon as there's an opening to rush cav through. But hey, good news, the defenders have finally taken this area. Look at all the death, the carnage it took. Oh my god, there's still someone fighting here. This freaking Scorpion crew. Yeah, look, he's cheering. He just slaughtered some guy in the field of dead. That's crazy. Alright, Rome is chilling over here, resting up their troops. They're in no rush. We still have 18 minutes in this replay, so you know this is going to be a little bit of a grind here to see what happens next. But it's really, what it comes down to is Rome has to use their Praetorian Guard wisely, because it's honestly up to them to win this battle. I mean, it's just come down to the Praetorian Guard. Now for the defenders, hopefully they got some skirmishing capabilities. They can try to hit the Praetorian Guard from the flank or behind them. It looks like they do have a couple archers back here, but they have their swords out, their daggers, so I assume they're out of ammo. Macedon focusing over here. Rome is still trying to fight. They are losing. Not decisively, but they are losing. And I think what Nabatea can do now is shift back units, which we are seeing them shift units back to the defensive point, and they no longer need to dedicate so many units to defend against Rome. That was the only good thing that came out of that little gate attack on the flank, is the you know, peeling units away. Rome is falling back here because of the presence of pikes, and the Scorpion crew is getting slaughtered. There they go, they're breaking. Rome really needs to break through over here now, because they need to try to get around these pikes and support the other side. Oh, nice. We got slingers up here. Finally, we're seeing some archer wall tactics. They're throwing some shade. Oh, they turned their backs to the slingers. Fire at them. Yeah, just let the slingers use up all their ammo. So the slingers have is holding their fire, but now look at this. These archers are coming in, but I don't think they have ammo. I was thinking that maybe they're sending up archers to compete with the slingers, but I hope that the slingers don't waste their ammo on these archers, because they're not a big deal. You know, just focus on the infantry. Or you could even shift these slingers over here and focus down the pikemen. In fact, that's what he needs to do. The Praetorian Guard, they can take on these guys. You know, it's not a big deal. It's the pikemen over there that's causing the issue. So I would shift these guys down the wall like here, and then fire at the pikes. Macedon just kind of waiting here. You know, making the... I think they're giving their troops a rest period just so they fight as effectively as possible. Praetorian Guard are now up on the walls. They're just leaving? What are they doing? This could be bad because the pikes can move in and get behind. Maybe he's hoping they'll do that, and then what he's going to do is get around them like that and attack the back of the pikes. I'm not too sure. Praetorian Guard still trying to get through this little choke point. So it's an intense fight, but Rome just has to deal with it. And what do we have here? Oh! What the heck? He's got a tortoise that can knock down a section of the wall. That's crazy. I thought he knocked down all the wall he could. But now he's going to be able to flank around and hit the side. I don't know if he was planning on doing this, but this is genius. This is a really cool tactic. Yeah, I don't know if this was like part of the long game strategy he had, but now he's got a flank on the enemy. There they go. Huge charge. That's gonna be huge. Let's see if it's enough to break this flank. Push sending in more reinforcements, trying to hold that flank. It's a tough fight. Oh my god, the Nabatean cav going in again. We missed that little cav charge. Nabatea doing really sneaky cav charges. And Rome's trying to defend it. There they go. They do break the desert cataphracts. I think they were trying to take out a general possibly. And they have completely abandoned this area. And I assume they're just going to focus all on this side. Yeah, the Romans need to try to focus on breaking units here quickly because this battle will start to get out of hand because it does seem like the Romans are outnumbered compared to the defenders. So they need to try to pull off some really good maneuvers, but like they just can't get through anywhere. I mean, they could try to go through this gap again, but there's Kush forces ready to hold, pikemen ready to hold. And sure enough, they see the cav charge moving in. You see this? The general moving in. They're going to be ready for it. Wait, what? Okay, there they go. I was like, he better not just hold right here, because this cav can just go around. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, this might be a suicide charge. Oh, he's going through with it. Oh, no. Oh, no. You were late. Just fall back. Oh, God, the charge in the rear there of the own pikemen. Goes another charge of cav. And Rome is starting to make some progress here. But will it be enough? I kind of like the fact that they abandoned this, right? They've left this area, but they still have this Praetorian Guardian, 2 of them, just chilling over here. Because I think what's going to happen is if they start to peel units back over this way to help this fight, then this unit's going to charge in. The Praetorian Guard's going to charge in and try to get them from the, surprise them or something. Slingers are up here, but they are out of ammo, question mark? I'm not sure. They could be. They could be just holding their shots. We also have these archers who are out of ammo. Oh no, this unit still has ammo. Oh, thank God. This unit has called off the attack over here against these pikes. Macedonian general. Now Macedon is sending over their infantry to help with this battle. This truly is the siege battle of inches here. Like, they are just fighting over just small inches. And there we go. The Romans are pursuing, and I think finally they have taken this point. Can they take this settlement? Can they break through and get to the siege, the capture point? Now, unfortunately for these Romans, they are getting attacked by this arrow tower. Now, the Praetorian Guard obviously heavily armored, but let's see what they do here. Are they going to fall back? I think they are. No, no, no. There might be. Are they going down? No. See, they're going to try to stay away from the pikemen. Now, Macedon is sending up their infantry. These heavy archers are getting hit. We have 8 minutes left in this battle replay. So soon we will figure out who's going to win this one. And you know what? They might, yep, that's what I was just going to think, that they might push through this opening. That's certainly what they're doing. They've got cav units out in the open. That's going to cause some issues for Rome, because they're going to have to leave behind a rear guard. At this point, I would just commit everybody in this area and just have a couple units hold this back choke point. Oh, general charging in. Look at that. Roman general. I think this is the general of the army that's already been lost. And, you know, they better hope they've got some archers, because that's the only way they're going to deal with these pikemen. Swords are taking on the Palace Guard. Praetorian Guard still kind of holding back here. Royal Cav chasing down a general. Look at this. They are fully committing their Cav over here, trying to do as much damage as possible. Rome sending in infantry to try to support a fresh unit of Praetorian Guard. They just keep coming out of nowhere. There's Praetorian Guard everywhere. We've got some breaking units from the shield bearers of Macedon. And this is just a full-out brawl in the outer works of this city. Rome pushing in troops. Desert Hoplites, they're gonna match that maneuver there and try to hold them in place. Balance of power is pretty even. Now we have elephants over here. Elephants are going and joining this fight. Oh my god. Look at that. An absolute grind. An absolute grind. Throwing some javies in. And they are crushing the back lines of the Romans. Rome. Oh my god, they got artillery. What are they focusing down the pikes? Artillery just focusing down these units. And as this battle continues, it's looking like it's going to be more and more a defender's victory. A nice little sally out charge with the elephants. We've seen a lot of sally outs. And there we go. The elephants are committing deep into the Roman lines, trying to take out the artillery. My god. Oh my god. Covered in blood. And now they've got to commit everything. Rome has to commit everything to the fight. Epirus is riding around with their cav. They're not sure when to commit. Holding back, and now all the forces are converging. This is it, the final attack here. All the forces converging on this one point. Elephants, men, pikemen, archers, slingers, they're now slinging. Look at this charge from the breach point. Rome trying to come in, trying to take out these elephants. Elephants are starting to fall. They are running amok now because of these slingers. They're going berserk. But the elephants are still doing a lot of damage. Still doing a lot of damage. Good God. Wow. Good job with the elephants. But I think looking at the reserves of the defenders, Rome cannot win this. I don't think they can do it. I mean, the balance of power is in favor of the defenders. They need a miracle here. They need to somehow crush these pikes without taking too many losses. Now's a good time to charge. Look at that formation. That's all kinds of messed up. But it's too late now. And, so the slingers still have skirmishing capabilities. So they can focus down those pikemen. So they were kind of saving their pikes for this. Or I'm sorry, saving their ammo for the pikes. But now we have Nabatea setting up some palace guard on the walls, trying to flank the Romans, trying to get to these slingers. Look at the Romans are defending what they can over here. It's actually a pretty cool shot right here. Look at that, just looking down at the battlefield. And here comes the great push to finally win this battle here. Just an absolute grind of a battle for these two areas, and this is where it's gonna end in this area. Rome is such a strong faction. They're such a tough faction to fight, so the defenders did an excellent job here. And they still have plenty of reserves. I mean, they should just go all in and try to hit them. The Cav should charge in. I mean, they can hit them on the flank. This artillery piece is almost helping the Romans. So, like, making this fight a little awkward. There we go. Finally, the Cav is moving in. Epirus sending in their Cav. Gonna try to charge if they can. Oh, they can charge through the tortoises. That's convenient. So Rome doing the best they can to hold this position. They're holding the walls. They're trying to defend every single point here. Look at they took a break from fighting. But honestly, guys, it's really just a matter of time. Rome doesn't have a general anymore. They are surrounded. Like, they could maybe cause them to break, but I doubt it. Now we're down to the last 40 seconds of this battle replay. And it is quite clear, looking at that bounce of power, it is quite clear that the Romans here, the attacking forces, are going to lose this matchup here. And that is going to be the end for these troops. There we go. There's that break. They just taken too many casualties. And that is it, guys. That is the battle. And what an absolute grind. Such a fight over here. Such a fight over in this side as well. And you got to give props to the Roman player who did as much damage as he could over on this side. I think he was better off if all the forces stuck together. I don't know. It's tough to say. But yeah, I think if the Romans and all the attackers were on the same side of the settlement, they would have been able to do a little bit more damage potentially. But let's end the replay and look at the results here. This was quite a long one. We've got, I think this was sent in by the Octavian? Yeah, Octavian, thank you so much for the battle replay, getting 1,800 kills, getting the most kills. Kush, a really good faction. We've got Kill Them, getting 1,500. And then we have Wit It, 090, 1,694. Over here, Gold Shock. Look at that, 2,102 kills. I think, okay, he was the Roman player that was helping Macedon. So he was on the other side. The other Roman player who fought alone, only getting 1,044 kills. Unfortunately, his heavy onager getting no kills. His archers doing very poor there. Just wasn't able to get more kills. And then Macedon doing really good. Really, Goldstock and Macedon did really good. And I think it's because they stuck together. I think if Mellow Mixer was on the other side as well, they could have gotten a lot more kills and potentially won the battle. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up here, guys, today. I do want to say, if you look in the description, there is a link to Ivacy VPNs. I'm sponsored by Ivacy VPNs. If you use that link and there's a discount code, you do support the channel. So thank you so much for checking that out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on the battlefield.